Good evening, cats and kittens. It is Tuesday, January 28th, 2014. I was just relaxing in my fully disclosed above-ground bunker when a thought came to me. And, what's that? What's that, Internet? You like my shirt? Well, thank you very much. It's one of my favorites. It's very soft and very snakeskinish and awesome. But anyway, I had this thought earlier today that it's come to my realization that most people mistakenly confuse legality with morality. Most people have this notion that if something is illegal, it's immoral, and if something is immoral, it must be illegal. There must be a law against it if it's immoral, when the reality actually is quite far removed from that. The meat and potatoes of our legal system, the bulk of laws out there are actually have nothing to do with morality. Only a very small percentage, murder, rape, animal abuse, theft, only a very small percentage actually have anything to do with morality. For example, you yourself watching this, you've committed not just normal crimes, but felonies, and you do it all the time, every day, pretty much, without even knowing it, and you can go to jail for it at any point in time. But does that make it immoral? Are you committing immoral acts? Most of us aren't. Most of us are pretty decent people, but we do break the law every day without even knowing it. For example, have you ever had a friend come over to your house and they log into their Facebook on your computer and check their messages, and then after they leave, they're still logged into their Facebook on your computer, so you go ahead and put a status up for them, under their name that says, I like sucking Justin Bieber's dick, or something like that. Well, in doing that, you've violated Title 18 U.S. Code 1343, which is federal wire fraud. It's a felony crime punishable by 10 years in prison. And people actually get sentenced for that. I mean, most people don't. 99.9% of people get away with it. We do it all the time, just playing pranks on friends. But it is technically a felony crime. You're sending fraudulent information over wires. So that is a federal wire fraud. You're posing as somebody else. You are updating somebody else's status. You are not them, and you're doing so electronically over wires. And you can look this up yourself. You are committing a felony, not just a misdemeanor. It's a federal fucking crime. You would think that federal crimes would have the most to do with morals if morality equaled legality, but it doesn't. In the world that we live in, morals and law are completely separate beasts, and seldom do they meet. Another good example is opening your roommate's mail. Even if your roommate doesn't live there anymore. And it doesn't matter if it's a magazine, if it's a newspaper, if it's a letter, if it's a postcard. When you open it, you're committing mail tampering, which is Title 18 U.S. Code 1708. And most of us do know about this law. It's pretty common knowledge, but we all do it anyway. So does that make it immoral? I mean, to open your roommate's mail? I mean, I don't know. It depends on the situation, but still, no matter what kind of situation it is, you're still committing a felony. So, how about downloading that Matchbox 20 song that you didn't pay for? That's copyright infringement. Title 17 U.S. Code 501, which carries a 10-year prison sentence and a $500,000 fine. These are not small crimes, people. These are things that we do all the time. Yet, for some reason, people equate the illegalness of an act with the immoralness of an act. Most people assume that if something is illegal, it therefore must be immoral in some way. How about just using the internet? Did you know that most of us are breaking the law just by being online? If you Google social networking safety tips, you will find a government website which gives you tips on keeping yourself safe on social networking sites. One of the tips that they give you, and this is a very common tip, it's on all social networking sites. They'll all tell you, do not give out your personal information. Don't tell people your real name unless you know them. And if you do that, if you follow that guideline, you are committing computer fraud and abuse, which is Title 18 U.S. Code 1030. Which is kind of messed up, because I mean, if someone asks what my name is and where I live, and I give them a fake name and a fake address, if I follow the guidelines that are on the government site, then I am committing computer fraud and abuse from the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act of 1986, which is a seldomly known federal law. It's punishable by up to 10 years in prison. And again, most of these laws nobody gets punished for. It's seldom that anyone actually finds punishment for these acts, but we do them all the time. And if what is illegal is immoral, then keeping yourself safe by telling someone a fake address or a fake name, or refusing to tell them your real name, is immoral. Posting a harmless prank, posting on your friend's Facebook that he likes sucking Justin Bieber's dick, that's immoral. I mean, it seems pretty harmless to me. Downloading that Matchbox 20 song, in a way I can see that's immoral, but at the same time, you can download my music anytime you want. Knock yourself out, boys and girls. It's yours. It's free. Musicians don't really make money off album sales. We make tiny bit. Off that $15 CD that you bought, the band gets like a $1.25, which has got a split between all of them. The bulk of our income actually is from commercial products and merchandise, and the majority, about 60%, I'd say, maybe more, of musicians' income are made through concerts, ticket sales, specifically. So I don't know. You're depriving Matchbox 20 of a whole $1.25 when the record label's making like $6 off of it. I don't know. It seems to me that the record company would be immoral in that aspect. But anyway, my point in this video was to try and say that most of you have it wrong. If most of you think that if something is illegal, it therefore must be immoral. And if something is immoral, then therefore there must be a law against it somewhere that we don't know about. When the fact of the matter is that legality and morality are, like I said, two completely different animals, and the two very seldom meet. Only in a very small percentage of laws does morality even meet, you know. But I just thought I would leave that with you guys as the thought for the day. Stay warm, it's chilly outside, and have a wonderful evening.